Not opposed yet. Jacking a car. Some of the cars in the world are locked. Can you believe it? People who keep their cars locked, it's just an annoyance for the criminals. But having broken into a car, a crime was committed and the system dispatched an APB. So now they've got opposition. Now there are 3 other people who've been sent to try to take down the criminals. That's you guys. This doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes. These are the criminals, these are the enforcers that have been dispatched against those criminals. So what we're seeing on stage right now is these 2 groups fighting. St. Paulo's a large living world, so we don't necessarily see that all the time. There could be up to 100 other players in the district, and sometimes you're matched against anybody else. Right now we've got these 2 matched against each other. That's pretty special. So this is APB. This is the next big game from Realtime Worlds. Realtime Worlds are the folks that brought you the original Grand Theft Auto, Dave Jones. Then going back further, Dave Jones and company were the groups that brought you Lemmings. Remember Lemmings? Yeah. So we're pretty proud of the heritage of these guys. This game's not a lot like Lemmings, though. No means to disappoint. We've come a long way since then. APB is what we call a persistent online multiplayer game. If you must call it an MMO, know that we call that mass murder online. It's a living, breathing world for you as a player to engage in. We talk about APB having the 3 C's. There's conflict. At its core, it's a skill-based shooter. It's an action game. And then there's customization. I showed a moment ago the customization editor. Rich customization at the level of which you've never seen in a shooter or an action game of this style. And then third, the final C is celebrity. When you put those 2 together, you get an amazing amount of celebrity. If you want to know more about the game, check out apb.com and register your interest. We're still in the final stages of our North American closed beta, and we'll be considering our open beta here soon. If you want to participate, let us know. Get on board. So conflict. So right now you're watching the criminals. We got 1 driving.
Sorry.
Wow.
Hi, good.
Ben, you went out. We've got 1 driving. We've got 1 sitting gunshot. They're making their way to the waypoints, where the mission has asked them to burn some things. So the enforcers exist somewhere else in the world and are trying to stop them. As a criminal, the city is there to be fed upon. What more are civilians for than to mug? What more is a good car laying around than to steal at your whim? Civilians. As a criminal, you feed on the city. And that's a very interesting style of play, where you're out and following no man's rules. Criminals are one choice you can play. The other choice in the conflict game is to play the enforcers. Let's switch over and watch an enforcer now. Richard, who should we watch? Okay, so that was ill-timed. Switching to an enforcer in the middle of a firefight. Notice the outfit he's wearing. All of this is something you create with the in-game customization tools. As an enforcer, you're there to feed off the criminals. They do bad things and you're there to stop them. If you play with, shall we say, high morality, you will earn a tremendous amount of prestige, which increases the in-game rewards tremendously. If you act like a thug, you may still be an enforcer, but the rewards you get will be commensurately lower. Steal cars, kill people as an enforcer, and you pay for it. Do it as a criminal, there's a certain amount of reward that might come along with that.
Please move forward, start the stage.